okay with the current, like the school system, or what would you do differently if you was
I mean, to be honest, bro, my kids,
in charge?
once COVID hit, was been homeschooled, bro, since COVID, and they just started going back to school last year to regular school, and one just graduated. And when I went to the graduation, the principal was like, "Which one your daughter?" It was my old basketball coach. So he was like, "Which one yours?" And when I told him which one was mine, he like, "Man, you doing an awesome job. Whatever you doing with her, you know what I'm saying? Keep doing it. I could tell she's gonna be a valedictorian and all of that. You know what I'm saying? 4.0 student, man, the path that she going. And honestly, that was really all off homeschool. You know what I'm saying? Like, so how I feel about the schooling is a lot of stuff that these kids can learn or should be learning come from the parents anyway. So the school is really just like a daycare. If you ask me, they just come in to watch a kid and do this and then just test their skills. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, as far as putting them in school, yeah, but as a parent, you still gonna have to do your due diligence too. You know what I'm saying? You still gonna have to help them learn, you know what I'm saying, what the school ain't teaching.
Well, I'm saying more so if you was in charge, if like you the superintendent. I
Okay.
don't know if is it the superintendent, like the person that's in charge of the district.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
If you in charge of, let's just say, constructing your own curriculum, your own school district, all
Yeah.
that, how would you do it differently? What's the
I mean, for one, I'll teach them about real history. You know what I'm saying?
he
I'll
got
teach
right into that.
You know what I'm saying? I got to teach them about their background and where they come from because you got to know where schools came from too. You know what I'm saying? So you got to teach them about that, and then I get into teaching them more so like survival skills and like certain math skills that they'll need because a lot of it depends on where you're going to. Like if you're a doctor, I'm sure they use like uh fractions or like pi and all of that shit as nurses, but I mean, to just make average money, you don't really need half of that shit. You know what I'm saying? You just really need the basic survival skills and know how to, maintain. A lot of shit is common sense too. So if you got a lot of common sense, then you can learn a lot of stuff as you go. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I break it down. You at least gotta go into that history first. And that'll be like a priority. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta learn that. And then not only that, before you actually graduate, let's say from the 12th grade, you'll have to complete a trade. You know what I'm saying? To get some type of credit in the trade before you even graduate. Because let's say if college just don't work out, college ain't for everybody. At least you'll have that trade that you practice on in the 12th grade before you graduated to go back on. You may not be an expert at it, but at least you'll have some type of knowledge or skill in that field. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So that's how I run stuff. Then you won't have no kid boys, or it'd be less kid boys. It'll be, probably less crime and shit because now people got trades to go fall on. And then there's jobs out here and that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if you start young, guess what? Now you young making money. You ain't gotta go rob. You ain't gotta go do all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because now you making money at 17, 18, fresh out of high school. Fuck it. I don't want to go to college. I'm finna go be a plumber. You know what I'm saying? Start off as an apprentice. Now you making 19 hours. So I'm at, fresh out of high school. So I feel like that's where it should start at because look at what's going on out here. You know what I'm saying? They lost because they ain't got that guidance. It ain't nothing for them to do. But if they had that trade, they could go work.
Rob, what you just asked, Rob? Say that again.
I had said, like first I asked if you was like satisfied with the current like curriculum, the school system, and all that, as far as
Yeah.
NPS, public school and all that, for the kids, and then ultimately like how would you run it if you the superintendent? You in control of the curriculum, the school district, and all
Am
that.
I
How
uh,
would you?
I mean, yeah, I mean that part right there, as far as like that sound like almost like me being in charge of the school, right? So I feel like first and foremost, it should
Before,
be two teachers in the class.
my fault. Before you answer, let's just say you can get creative with it. You know what I'm saying? As far as
Yeah,
development of the kids, how would you do it? How would you go about it?
yeah, and that's where I'm going with it. Like, far as like that part is. I feel like it should be two teachers in the classroom anyway at all times. One teacher just don't be enough. You know what I'm saying? And then you got to teach these kids more of Black history. Nowadays, they don't teach our kids in school our history. You know what I'm saying? They just teaching us the white history. You go to the history books and shit, all you hear is Columbus and this motherfucker over here. You know what I'm saying? You don't really hear nothing about our Black ancestors. What, who created what, where they come from, stuff like that. So I put more Black history in the classroom. We still gonna keep the same curriculum as far as math, English, teaching them how to read. And then some of that stuff you just gotta tweak it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta tweak it and teach them more how to save their money, how to build credit, how to start their own business.
Yeah.
Prepare them for life before, you know what I'm saying, they come up out of high school. Because a lot of these kids, when they graduate, bro, they don't be knowing shit. They don't know what they want to do. A lot of them don't know what they, and you got a lot of these kids out here in the street with high school diplomas, bro, and they class shit out. They think right after they graduate, that's it. That's the end. It's time to go fuck off now. Like, that ain't it, though. So, they don't teach these kids that in school. They just teach them, graduate, and y'all get the fuck out about your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all ain't pushing college on them. Y'all ain't pushing extracurricular on them in these classrooms. I feel like that's the shit that need to be added. Some of that shit they be teaching, man, biology. I don't need no fucking science class. I don't need no, you ain't using none of that shit when you get out of school. You know what I'm saying? The only thing you using is the math, reading, really, and how to talk. Who the hell going outside making it rain? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, what we need all that for? You give them kids something to do in school, they gonna go to school, bro. If you feed them, if you feed the brain with something, the brain gonna get enthused with that, and they gonna want to learn more. Like what you doing, like what cuz you messing with the video. The more you mess with that video, Rob, the more you want to learn. The more Trey rap, the more he want to rap. You put something in front of a person and you show them, they don't know they know how to do that until you open the door for that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these kids out here got so much shit inside them that they don't know they know how to do because no one never tried to unlock that shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what this child know how to do. This dude might know how to take horseshoes off and put them back on. If you show him, if you teach him how to calm a horse, how to care for a horse, he might love that shit, not knowing. He'd have never knew he loved horses like that until you put the horse in front of him. Now he brushing the horse, he clipping his hairs, the horseshoe, he clipping his nails. He would have never knew he known that though.